Hello everybody, welcome back to Familia Pablanu. I'm the one and only Anu.
And I'm Pablo, just Pablo.
And this is Baby, just Baby. And first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed, liking and sharing and watching all of our How We Met series. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just click the subscribe button and the bell button so you get notifications. We have a series lined up.
Haven't seen it yet, how we first met and everything. Yeah. Look in the description.
Yes. So please read descriptions. Please read the descriptions. And in this series, it gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Without further ado, here we go.
Africa, your children are home.
My parents would just call and ask, how are you doing? How is Pablo doing? And I would tell them, we're doing okay. He's doing okay as well. At least they know there's a guy in my life and I'm really interested in this guy. So they know, yeah. So my sister also kept in contact with me and said, you sure you're okay? You're doing everything okay? All right. Until he proposed.
So I really had the desire to ask her to marry me, you know.
The courtship was going on. I mean, my parents were okay with that. The courtship, get to know each other. They said, yeah, get to know each other. That's fine. You know, that's good. It was a very cold day in December.
Let me try to do this. And so I think I even showed her some ring ideas. And this was also a big step because before I had these theories on rings and I was like, rings are such a new thing and they're so cliche and they're so, you know, diamonds are forever and all this stupid crap that's all capitalist. And so I had my own beliefs on it. And in the past, when I had gotten close to women and thought about, you know, proposing and things like this, I didn't even consider rings at all. I was just like, nah, and she'll be okay with it. But with Anu, I was like, you know what? I want to do everything right. And I really want to show that I appreciate this woman. Which I had never done in the past. And I was like, I want to get her something really nice. And it doesn't matter if it's diamonds, whatever, make it nice. Like, I want it. And it was the first time I had a job. So I could actually afford things like that.
We just, and okay, all the while, remember, this father's church every Sunday was still going on. I remember my parents would tell me, find a church nearby to go to. I'm like, hey, I go to a church, to Pablo's church. His father is a pastor and they meet online, so that's where we meet. So they're like, okay, yeah, I just want you to find a church, a community to be part of. I'm like, yeah, sure, I have one. So we finished the church one day, and then remember, the church is a slow boil brainwashing. So the slow boil has already started. It was already started even before we did courtship.
So I was like, okay, I want to get it like custom made, all this kind of stuff. Like, I don't just want to buy generic crap. And so I was researching and got this really nice like ring from, I think it was Gemvara and stuff. And I was developing it. And I think I talked to her about it, trying not to give it away too much, but just saying, hey, like, what's this, what's that? I even got like a ring sizer, and I don't know if I was too secret about that, but maybe I was. Maybe I tried to keep it somewhat secret. I think I might have measured her finger or something, and then tried to do the measuring. Anyways, I can't remember how I did it, but the point is that I was really actively thinking about how to do this and where we could go. I was researching like what is a romantic spot, you know, restaurant that I could take her to. And so it was December, early mid-December. I think the semester had just ended, I want to say. And
so it was a very, very frigid, cold Sunday. I think we finished church, and then he told me, okay, I'll take you back, or in the morning of that church. Say, wear something nice today. I'm like, wait, aren't we doing church at the house? He said, yeah, sure. And then after the church finished, he said, okay, let's go to a restaurant. We're gonna go eat. It'll be nice Turkish restaurant that we've been going to before.
And up until that time, every time we would go out to a restaurant or something, I would always take my sister, because I just felt bad about leaving her at home. I was like, you know, she needs to eat too, so she should come. So I guess that was always kind of awkward for Anu, but I would always bring my sister with us. So this was the one time where I was like, Anu, put on a nice dress. Put on a nice dress. Like, we're gonna go somewhere nice. And I'd never spoken like that, you know, before, let alone us going alone somewhere. So she knew something was up. She knew. And
I said, okay, sure, I'll go. I'm excited. And I dressed up and all that.
We went to this beautiful, beautiful, well, it was a very beautiful day because there was, it had already snowed and it was like very sparkly snow out and very shiny, bright, sunny day. And we went to this little Turkish place where it had like cushions on the floor, so we sat down on the floor. The tables are really low. Yeah, we ordered some food. We were the only people in there. I think there was like maybe one person or something. They had left, and it was a weird time of day too. It was like 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. and so we were the only people there. All the students had already left the university town, and so it was just us.
What do you call it? I got dressed. I'm like, okay, I think I know what's going on here. And this is only about after 3 months of courtship. And after just a few weeks after my parents has met him physically.
And so, you know, we got our food, we were eating and stuff. And then, and I had the ring, and it was kind of bulky in here. She might have even seen it. I don't know. It was so bulky. But we were actually sitting on the floor, so I actually had to get up to kneel.
We ate, and all of a sudden got down on one knee.
But yeah, I talked to her and got on my knee because I wanted to do it all right, you know, all professional, all whatever. Wanted to show her, you know, more than anyone I'd ever shown in my life, show that, you know, I appreciated her, and I wanted to do everything right, you know, traditional, whatever. So I got on my knee and I was proposing to her and basically saying, you know, I can't imagine anyone else but her. I wrote down my vows and everything. I think I might have taken them out to, not vows, but speech, I guess. I think I wrote it down. I don't know if I actually took it out of my pocket or if I did it from memory, but yeah, I tried to tell her, hey, how much, you know, I appreciate her and how I really wanted to be with her. And
was saying all these things about there are women in the, I forgot how exactly it said it, because it seemed like he probably had said it before, or he had to write it down, or he had to rehearse it. It would feel like that. So, you are called by sister and daughter by many, but will you give me the biggest honor? And no. And one day you'll be called by mom by some, and will you give me the biggest honor and accepting to being my wife or something like that,
and all that, and she just started bawling. I think maybe once I took the ring out, she was just bawling. She was just sobbing.
And I was just so very overjoyed. I don't know why. I did like him at this point. So when he said that, I was just like, so is it a yes? Are you going to, will you marry me? And I was like, oh, I started crying because in the back of my mind, I know what it's like to be alone. And I just was like, I don't have to be alone anymore. We can be a team. We can do this together. That's why I cried. Because I actually didn't believe we would do it together. It would be two of us against the world.
And it was like kind of ugly cry. So I didn't know like how to take that. I was like, are you like really scared? Or are you like disgusted? Or are you like, what is going on here? You seem like someone died. And I was like, is that a yes?
And I cried. I remember I cried. I didn't even respond. Is this a yes? Should I put a ring on? I cried because yes, I wanted to be the two of us against the world. We're gonna build this thing from the ground up. That's what. And that's the promise we both had for each other. And we're so happy, just two young 20-something, mid-20s, so happy. And I said, yes, I'll marry you.
Because she was just like, ah, just crying. I was like, I don't know if you're saying yes or no here. And she was like, yeah. That was, because I asked her, why are you crying? Like, why are you crying so much? Like, she's like, because I won't be alone anymore. And that kind of should have been a red flag for me at the time, but I didn't really get it. I was just like, oh, that's nice, I guess, you know. Can you stop crying? Stop crying. And it was really nice. The waiter actually left us to ourselves, let us be. He kind of knew what was going on, so he kind of stayed in until we were done with our spiel and everything, and Anu had stopped crying and everything.
So he gave me that ring, and I was so happy. And I remember that was why I said yes. I remember now, because I really, really did like him, and I knew it was going. I was betting on us against the world, betting on us against any family drama, betting on us against any cult, any brainwashing, which he grew, by the way, he grew up in that his entire life. He grew up a 20-something-year-old of brainwashing of the father's cult. So that was his background. That's him coming. That's him growing up from that kind of background. Then
he came out and like congratulated us and told the owner, and the owner came and congratulated us. And we ended up becoming friends with the owner. Actually, we ended up having our rehearsal dinner. And anyways, so it was really nice. The snow was sparkling and everything. It was a beautiful moment. But yeah, it was. She was just glad she wasn't going to be alone anymore. And anyways, so after that, we took a walk through. She put on the ring. We went into the university. They had like this big fireplace, kind of like Hogwarts. So we sat there and warmed up a bit, and then there was a little balcony sort of area. It's like a castle. This university has like almost like a castle, stone balcony type parapet thing. And so we went out there, and I was like, oh, this would be great to take a photo. And I don't know if we took a photo or what, but I was like, hey, this is a romantic spot. We should kiss. It was very awkward. It was probably the worst kiss ever. And we were just really, really awkward because we had been not kissing or anything, you know, for however many months. And so me saying, hey, let's kiss, she was like, oh, okay, all right. And it was really awkward. It wasn't the best at all. And because it was just kind of like, oh, seal the deal type thing, transactional. It was just, never want that again.
Anyways, he proposed, I said yes, and was so very happy until I realized, oh crap, now we have to tell our parents. Well, mostly my parents.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing in our story, how we met series.
So stay tuned as we talk about more and more about our relationship, how it developed, you know, all the way through proposal, all the way up to wedding,
yeah,
all the drama that ensued.
Right. Well, you think you've seen drama? Wait till you hear ours. So keep watching. Until next time, Odabo. Adios.
See you next time.
Bye.